start the session, sir?
Yes, you can start it.
Okay, sir. Now it's over to you, sir. Please take the session, sir. Thank you.
Yes, you can start it.
Sir, PPT is visible to you, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस गुप्ता साहब पहले पहले गुप्ता साहब को इंट्रोड्यूस करिए.
Yes, sir.
No, you start it so that then I may also.
Please introduce.
Now,
Please introduce Mr. Gupta first.
now I welcome our expert, Professor Engineer O.P. Gupta, VSM, sir, has a distinguished service record in the field of civil engineering with an overall experience of 63 years. He has specialized in civil engineering projects relating to residential, commercial, industrial, and disaster resistance. He is a highway engineer certified by UNO as a faculty member for engineering and arbitration. As a faculty member for engineering and arbitration subject, he has conducted several training courses for awareness and empowerment of arbitrators at national and international level and construction technology. He had acted as international and external examiner for 25 years of for civil engineering for abroad of technical education Delhi. Professor Gupta sir has an endless list of awards. He has been decorated 4 times with the President of India's medal, which includes Sangram Medal 1971, 25th Independence Anniversary Medal 1972, Visist Seva Medal VSM 1989, Center Bharat Jyoti Award 2014 by India International Friendship Society, Abhyanta Ratna Award 2020 by Viswavaraya Memorial Trust, Bharat Ratna, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, Gold Medal 2020 by Global Economic Progress and Research Association, Lifetime Achievement Active Association Award 2021 by Institution of Engineers Delhi Center. Lifetime Golden Achievement Award 2020 by Bharat Ratna Publishing House. Selected for Indian Building Congress IBC Lifetime Achievement Award 2020 21 on 14 December 2021. Corona Warrior Award of CIDC and several more commendment trophies certificate awarded by CIDC. Professor O.P. Gupta VSM sir has published and presented 169 technical arbitration papers at national and international level. Now, welcome to you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now,
Okay.
Please take the session, sir.
Okay. Welcome to all. Good afternoon. And respect to Mr. D.R. Jain, who is our advisor also, a director and highly educated. and guidance which I get from him and Dr. P.K. Shah also. Now, my topic of today is how to meet the demand of drinking water in our cities. Everybody will consider what is the problem even in smart cities. In otherwise, why the problem is there? Why the world is worried about it? I am going to give you some data. Next, please. Next, next sheet. Yes. The UN warns that half the world population will face water scarcity by 2030. Why? Because climate change and population growth. Then what will happen? There will be shortage of food production, health hazard, increased exposure to unsanitary water, and which will cause cholera and diarrhea. What is needed? Awareness. So, can we get the water from awareness? What is the alternative source? The alternative source is wastewater treatment. It is the only alternative source. Wastewater, you know, it covered also the sewage water. When I say it covered the sewage water, actually my topic of that was how to get the toilet water converted into it. But I thought it is not good to tell you that ultimately, my people is like that. I am going to, when I say the wastewater, it includes the toilet water. How? I will establish it. And it is better than the fresh water which we are drinking. It includes physical, chemical, biological processes to remove these contaminants and produce environmentally safe treated wastewater. A byproduct of wastewater treatment is usually a semi-solid. It may be semi-solid or it may be slurry, called sewage slurs, has to undergo further treatment before being suitable for disposal of the land or for drinking purpose. In this paper, I am going to only deal with the wastewater, which includes the sewage also. That is very important. Next, please. Now, here I may add that the professors who are associated with the chemistry, they may understand very well that what we are going to do. Pressure on drinking water is growing day by day. Recycling of water is not something very convenient, but is going to affect every country and the nation and every society. Avoiding future clashes over the water. You know, whenever the water is there, clashes start. Even you see sometime I am in Delhi, if the Jamna water is not there, then Haryana is not releasing, and both the chief engineer and both the engineers as well as the political heads sometimes suffer. So to avoid the future clashes and wastewater that flows down the drain, including toilet flushes, is now being filtered and treated until it is pure as spring water. When I say the wastewater, which is containing the toilet water, will also be even including the toilet sewage, will be such better than a spring water. How? You go on hearing me and you will find it. It may not be sound appealing, but recycled water is safe and tastes like any other drink you want. If an average city recycled wastewater, at least 60% of the fresh water is reduced. We will go ahead and 60% of the wastewater can be consumed. It actually same technology which is used also nowadays to treat the water itself. Now why? The question arises, why we should go? Next, madam, next thing, yes, need for recycling of wastewater. Now I'm giving you some data due to which you will prove that why wastewater is required to be done. More than 90% of earth water is saline. That water is not suitable for drinking, 97%. And 2% is frozen in glaciers and ice caps. 99% has gone. 99% fresh water is not available. Then we have only 1%. What is 1%? Out of 1%, 0.01% of 1% reside in lakes, rivers, and other ways, which can be used 0.01%. And where the 0.99% go, it is under the ground, trapped in soils, which is not available to us. Then we are depending only on 0.1%, 0.01%. Now conflicts on water. You know, between Israel and Jordan, India and Pakistan, Turkey and Syria, some experts think that water may supplement like oil as a major spark of future conflicts. As there is oil, we have a fighting. We say where which the country has more oil that is rich and flourishing. The time has gone when the water will be more precious than anything else. Why we want in smart cities? We are developing these smart cities. To such an extent, the pure water is required, but the water will not be there. Industry will be affected because the pure water is not there. And if the country, if the state, one state, where the water is plenty, they will only release the water when they feel that the floods are going to affect their area. Then it means the water is not there. Conflict is there. We have to see that the water is required for industries. Industry wants more pure water than anybody else. None of the proposed smart cities are self-sufficient if water is not there. Hence, we have to make them self-sufficient. Now let us go to next tree. Next, madam. Yes, they mostly depend on the neighbor states. Every state, even in India, or the countries from one country to other country, they depend on that for their water requirement. Politicians occasionally threaten of one state to the other, will stop your water. If suppose the political parties are different from both states, as in number of states we have seen, then the neighboring will stop the water. To effect the voters, what is there? We have to see the alternative. We have to see that there is no alternative than the wastewater for drinking. Now, experience of other countries. In 2012, National Academy of Science study found that US coastal cities could increase their water supply by 27% with treated water. Singapore offer an example. Windhoek is a state, it is in Africa. It's still the only city in the world directly reclaiming treated wastewater effluent for drinking purpose for the last 40 years. Windhoek, situated in center of Namibia, is one of the most arid places in Africa. In Australia, we face severe drought for most of the 2-3,000. Many cities are embracing water as a resource. Next, madam. Now, type of water recycling. I have told you the water is to be recycled. How? It can be unplanned and can be planned. Unplanned water recycling occurs when cities draw their water supplies from rivers that receive wastewater discharges upstream from those cities. You know, when the water is taken from a river, all the sewage goes in that river through our drains of the city without treating, and that water is treated, and again we drink it. We say it is safe. That is the same theory we are going to discuss here. Second is plant recycling. Plant projects are those that are developed with the goal of beneficially reusing a recycled water. What are the benefit of that? Recycled water can satisfy most water demand as long as it is inadequately treated to ensure water quality appropriate for use. Recycled water is used for not, it can be not portable. It cannot be drink, but it can be portable also. We can choose it. Next, next stream, madam. Yes, very good. Environment benefit. Environment benefit of water recycling. What are those? You know, water recycling provides tremendous environmental benefits. If the water, if wastewater is treated, then it decreases diversion of fresh water from sensitive ecosystem and also decreases discharge to sensitive water body. It is used to enhance wetlands and streams, to reduce and prevent pollution because pollutant discharged to ocean, rivers and other waste bodies are curtailed. The pollution loading to these bodies are decreased. Application of recycled water and landscape. It saves the energy also. You know, only the local body, Delhi Municipal Corporation has started generating the energy from the waste which we are collecting and at one side, and one of our hospital is getting all the energy created by that solid waste which is there, and we are generating that. Not only that, we can generate energy. I will talk, the next talk might be how to generate energy for smart cities. Here today we are talking about wastewater treatment. Now again we come to what are the after stages of wastewater treatment. Pre-treatment. Next, madam, five, next, yes. Pre-treatment. Pre-treatment removes all material that can be easily collected from raw wastewater before they damage or clog the pumps and sewer lines or primary treated. What do you mean by pre-treatment? Pre-treatment is that the heavy contamination is removed, which may not stop our pipelines, pumps, etc. Then we come to primary treatment. What is that primary treatment? In the primary sedimentation stage, sewage flows through large tanks, commonly called resettling basin, primary sedimentation tanks, or primary classification. The tanks are used to settle solids while grease and oil rise to the surface and are steamed This grease and air sometimes used after collecting from there for manufacturing of the soap. So we have a benefit here in the treatment, primary treatment, we got the oil and grease, which can be used again for soap, etc. And rest of the solid microfiltration. What about after primary treatment? Microfiltration is next in which the water flows to a series of tubes containing filters with microscopic pores. Now here, give attention, microscopic pores. Each pore 500 times smaller than the thickness of the human hair. See, what is the thickness of that microscope filters? Less than 500 times of the smaller than the hair of the human. While water flows into the tube and microbe and all, but the smaller solids are filtered out and do not pass through the tubes. So smaller size are there. Next, madam. Now we are again coming up. You know, treatment plant are there. Everybody has a filter plant. Everybody has a treatment at our own house, whether it is coming from the water or taking from the reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis technology used in a wide range of water purification technology to produce drinking water. Ultraviolet lamp, it is also the same. Although reverse osmosis is usually enough to reliably remove all the contaminants, the water flows past ultraviolet lamps to ensure that it completely sterilized. The treated water is entirely safe to drink. It is so clean that it can be used in the industrial process, which require pure water by growing recycled water production and imposing regulation to encourage the water treatment. Smart water can only become independent to have their water. Otherwise, whatever the smart city, next, madam, next, yes. No, if the water is not there in the smart city, what you will do? You can't do anything. From where you will get it? The state, adjoining state is not going to give you. The adjoining country is not going to give you water. I suppose India do not release the water to the Pakistan, then there is again problem. Like that, there are a number of countries, they have a conflict over the water. We have to save the water. We have to treat the water, whatever we can do it. New treatment technology. These were the technology which are mostly adopted. Now we are giving you new technology which we have adopted. Bioreactor. What a bioreactor? Traditional membrane bioreactor are already used in many modern wastewater treatment plants. They shorten the conventional sewage treatment process by adding a membrane to an aeration step. Aerobic bacteria, those that consume oxygen to respire, break down the organic matter in sewage. After passing through a membrane bioreactor, water is clean enough to be discharged and can be used for human irrigation. Again, we come to another bioreactor that is known as anaerobia membrane bioreactor. According to the Institution of Environment Science and Engineering, based in Singapore, anaerobic membrane bioreactor would lower the cost of wastewater treatment and its environmental impact. That is very important. It also in cost reduced treatment of the water cost is reduced. And anaerobic membrane bioreactor uses bacteria that do not need oxygen to breathe. You do not need use using bacteria that do not need oxygen to breathe. So oxygen is not bubbled through the reactor, thereby reducing treatment cost. And they can consume more solid waste, reducing the amount requiring costly disposal. In the right configuration, they also release less methane than conventional membrane bioreactor. You know, methane is a very explosive. A damage was created in Delhi near in Connaught Place opposite York Rest Hotel. When somebody was excavating and methane gas came out and there was a dhamaka like bomb. So methane is very bad and it should not be, you should sure, you should see ensure that your lines are okay, sewage is not there and methane gas is not developed there. Again, madam, next, microbial fuel cell. Microbial fuel cell. What is that? Microbial fuel cell consists of two chambers of water separated by a membrane. A wire connects to electrode, one in each chamber. On one side, anaerobic bacteria feed on the sewage. As they break the organic matter down, they produce electronic and positively charged hydrogen atoms called protein. The electrons flow to the electrode and across the wire, generating an electric current. At the same time, the protons pass through the membrane and the other chamber where they combine with the electron flowing into the and that electrode and with oxygen in the solution to make the water moisture. Now, these are the processes which are adopted for taking it at a low scale. Now we come to next. Yes, precaution measures required in recycling wastewater control. What are the precautions after? The main control is order. Smell. Large processed plants in urban areas will often treat the odors with carbon reactors, a contact material with small doses of chlorine or circulating fluids to biologically capture and metabolize noxious gases. High density solid pumps are suitable for reducing odor by conveying sludge through hermetic closed pipework. That is very important. If there is smell, nobody will use the wastewater treated. Maybe a treated water. If it is giving a smell, then nobody will take it. You have to ensure that the order is controlled. Smell is controlled and the people like it. Sludge treatment and disposal. Sludge is accumulated in a wastewater treatment process must be treated and disposed of in a safe and effective manner. That is also very important. This is the last waste which has been left over after the treatment. This is also very effective. The most common treatment options include anaerobic digestion, aerobic digestion, and composting incineration is also used. Composting is most often applied to small-scale plants with aerobic digestion for mid-sized operation and aerobic digestion for the large-size operation. So please, you have treated the water and you feel satisfied now. Next, yes, environment aspects. Recent evidence has demonstrated a very low level of specific contaminants in wastewater, including hormones from animal husbandry and residue from human hormonal practice method, and synthetic material such as phthalates that mimic hormones in their action can have an unpredictable adverse impact on the natural biodata another water and potentially on humans if the water is reduced for drinking, reused for drinking purposes. A significant threat in the coming decades will be the increasing uncontrolled discharge wastewater within rapidly developing countries. You know, the developed countries are taking full effect. What will be there? The problem is with the developing country like India. No doubt, we have developed a lot and we are in a leading position in the country on number of points. But still, we are in a developing stage. Effect on biology. Wastewater treatment plants can have multiple effects on nutrient level in the water that the treated sewage flows into. These nutrients can have large effects on the biological life in the water in contact with the effluent. That is the people, what are the effects? Now we have seen the water is with us. Next, madam. Now we have seen the water is with us. And we are also seen and treated it. But the problem is there. But the problem is not over. Why? How to protect people for use of wastewater for drinking, psychological of wastewater. If you go, if suppose any fly is there and you are putting in the milk, you will not drink it. Throw it. And if anything more is there in the milk and you have not seen it, you will enjoy it. It is like that. No psychological treatment is required for the public. And what is there? Aversion to human waste is universal across all cultures. Putting wastewater into rivers and aquifers, not water pipes, can be more expensive, but may be useful for gaining public acceptance. You know, public will not accept if the wastewater is there, treated, and you put in the bottles, people will not take it. How? The wastewater. It is. And when I will say, have a treatment plant within your house, take the water from the toilet, your own toilet, and convert it, and thereafter have a treatment. After that, you use that water as a fresh. You will never use it. You will say, no, I will not have, and nobody will take it. So there is a need to have a psychological treatment. Now, if you directly put in the pipe, nobody will take it. An endorsement by trusted group like the NGO based for reuse can also say stigma. We have to build up NGO. We have to build up awareness among the people so that the people may take it and say it is not bad, but still it will not do. Third tactic is public awareness campaign that impairs the economic and national security benefit of making the country water supply more independent for smart, still will not take. Who are going to take? If anybody comes to your house, say it is bottled water purely better than spring water, you will say throw it out. You will not take. Awareness is not going to take it. Then what should do? Public awareness to accept recycle wastewater. The technology used for treatment of contaminated water is the same as recycling water. And further, when acknowledged that the quality from wastewater is very good, as good or better than the take water in the city, in the developed world, the public attitude changed. Public is in large accepted the recycled water. But still, some of the people, some of the communities, they say, no, no, I'm not going to accept. Then all the engineers, all the scientists, they know it. Ultimately, there is no problem, there is no water. And we have to take it. We have studied role of government to raise public confidence. Government is required to provide a consistent minimum level of protection across the nation by toughening national regulation, by updating the standard so that consumers feel more confident that the water is truly safe. Government has to play the role. Then, even then, it's enough. It is whatever I am telling you is based on the experience of the world. Based where the wastewater has been accepted nowadays, the people were not taking. They still said government is making fool of us. We are not going to take it. Then what to do it? But problem is with us. How to go for that? How to deal it? Next, madam. Now people's revulsion for drinking recycled waste. What is here? Why people reversed for drinking recycled waste? Because of the closeness. When they see that the wastewater is being used after treatment for drinking water, they will not take it. So there should not be closeness between the wastewater and the public. Let the reversion be over. How? For tap water or bottled water, people tend not to think where it comes from. But for recycled water, they do it. So wherever you prepare, don't say it is wastewater conversion. On the better bottle, purely safe water as per national standard, international standard. The people take it. Say the spring water, it is just a spring water taken from the Himalaya, taken from the Simla, taken from this country. Everybody will take. Label like that, you really want to say, remove the revulsion of the public. Otherwise, the wastewater cannot be used. Many people already drink water downstream from wastewater operations. You know, I've told you, any river, when you take the water, it is all the sewage of the human waste goes there. All the toilets go there. Now of the country, in certain area, the wastewater is not thrown in the drain, and everybody trying to treat the water before putting in the drain. And the practice in Delhi as a capital as going in a large scale scheme and planning to stop the practice if they send their sewage water directly to the drain. They ask them to send to the treatment, and after treating plant your water, you can send it. No, it is not only that. Public is not only problem with you, you can tackle the problem with the public, but the political. problems is there. The political heads don't want that the wastewater be sent to our voters because the voter rejected and the candidate of the party may lose it. Water recycling is enormously powerful, but it has politically a real problem. You have to see also the political problems, if they are, nobody will accept it. We have to create confidence that no, it is not a wastewater treated plant. Everybody knows it. It is better than if you take a fresh water in the bottle, the wastewater in the bottle appears to be more powerful, more better, and taste, having a taste, and the people have it, say yes, it is better than that bottle. Automatically people will leave it. But you have to do it. Who will do? Let the chemists, scientists, engineers all have to work together to bring a very good water. It is national interest. All the political party take initiative, raise awareness for reuse of wastewater in the national interest. Though they may not do it in their own interest, but we have to create a confidence. The government has to come up, the other things have to come. Otherwise, we cannot do it. It is the problem with each and every. Even I know if it is served to me within my house that from my toilet is coming, I may not also take it. So you have to create it. How to create it? In the world, everyone next. Madam next. Yes, very good. Now, measures to overcome the people reversion to drinking recycled water. We have also collected the data from the experience of the world, and we have seen how they are making awareness, how they are preparing their public to take the river wastewater. How one way to overcome this reversion is to provide some mental separation between the recycled water and its source. You have to say what is where the wastewater is coming, it should be away from the public. Public should not know this is a recycled water, wastewater which they are providing to us. Let it come as a waste, as a drinking water in bottle or in anywhere. It will automatically come. People will accept. You know, people don't accept it when it is close to them, when they know from where it is coming. Now the people are knowing that the river is coming from water, is coming from a river. But they're satisfied that it has been treated to that extent that is very safe. Second, switching over to recycled water gradually. Do not start at a time in the entire city. In one portion, take one portion where the people are more educated, can understand, provide them. The people will know that the water which is coming of the government supply may be the wastewater, and they say that is better than the water which is coming from private companies. They have a confidence. Create a confidence in one area, then go to the second, third, and then overall let the nation take it wastewater. The day is not far off when India will build up such awareness among the people. Now again there is another alternative. Take the recycled water into the ground so that it do not go directly from recycled water treatment plant to drink. Now, what has happened? Take the water, wastewater, treated wastewater, in a ground, and from grounds you supply it. The people will be happily accepted because they know the water is coming from ground. You have to create a confidence. Till there is a confidence, they are not going to accept. You have to create the awareness. You assure them if anybody with the government water, wastewater, if a government wastewater, name it pure water as spring water. If anybody get any disease, any effect, the government will treat them free of cost and give them the damages also. Let the wastewater be utilized. You have to do it. If you really want to save your country, to save yourself, and to have a water not of the cost of the more than the petrol, etc., diesel, etc., but at the cost as we are getting nowadays. Future of recycle. Wastewater, what is the future? Wastewater can become major defense against the projected scarcity of this country. The world water course projects that recycled water will be a normal source of drinking in cities around the world within 30 years. That is the observation of the world, that within 30 years, all the countries, all the universe will go for wastewater. You have to do it. It is a new invention. Your water is coming from the river, you treat it and drink it, treating it as safe. Then, when it is not for coming, then you send it to the ground, take it again from the ground, and it is safe and it can be used. Now I come to a very important. My topic will be very closely. I'm going to close this topic, and we are very close to it, but it is still half an hour left. I would like let the people have a question and answer on this and think, tell only in positive way, not in negative way. Because we have a problem, people, if any come with a negative ways, it means he are not the interest to solve the problem in the country. Nation needs immediate. Mendoc, I have given the example of that. For more than 35 years, he is using the wastewater in Africa, Namibia. Why who can't use it? When there will be no water, what will people do? There will be civil war. When there will be civil war, then the people, unrest will be there. Don't try to create the unrest. All the professors, all the engineers, all who professional, whosoever is there, let them come and have a one way to do that the wastewater is not a wastewater. It is water which can be treated as good as a river. You know, land filling which is going on in Delhi, people were thinking that no building should be taken near to that house, where their land filling is ground is there. Because I had been there. When I was going to the landfill, what was happened? We were taking all the foods, everything there, and everybody was saying, "Why? How you can take it?" I was proud that our engineer took a measure at the corners. They put it vinyl, etc. All the price will attract there, and nothing will happen. So there are number of ways to treat the. And now our landfills, grounds are not like that, but they're garden. And one day the building will be also there. So you have to do it. Now, Pindak experience has proven. Next, madam, last conclusion. Yes, Pindak experience has proven for 35 years. More than that, it is possible today to augment drinking water supply through direct recycled water in a safe and responsible way. However, it is recommended rather to use an indirect recycling scheme if it is allowed by geographical circumstances, like storing recycled water in a coffer. I have told you this is very good. Take the treated water in aquifer or in other storage within the ground, and from ground it will be served to them. A multi-disciplinary team approach should be used if a recycled reuse scheme is going to be implemented to ensure that the technology employed is operating properly and that the necessary monitoring is conducted to ensure that the product is safe for its intended use. I told you very good. Let the government come up, say if any things happen by drinking the government safe water, not say it is a treated water, government safe pure water, or say government spring water, and anybody if have any problem, let it be given free of charge and damages will also be given to him. The scheme will be successful. Policy and regulation on national and local are needed for proper support to ensure the long-term safety and sustainability of such product. Now, I am concluding with the remarks that after hearing the paper, it is not a paper, but it is a issue before of the national interest. Last, there is a problem how to deal with it. You have to come up. You come up with that and say how we can solve it. Today, we have a very half hour. I will like to hear not the questions, but the solutions. It is not a question. It is a very simple question. Whether have a use of wastewater, is it required or not? If it is done, how public? What measures should be taken? You all are very intelligent, better qualified than me, and will be innovative. Now, next, madam, next, thank you to all who have heard it and those who are hearing it, and with the request that they will go think over the problem. It is a problem of the nation, and we have to do it. Now, I will leave to Pratibha. Now you will take over. Now,
Thank you, sir, for sharing your knowledge. Now, I request all the participants, please ask the question. If you have any question, please ask to sir.
let I invite all, not for the question, for the solution, how to deal with the water treatment, how to deal with it, how to bring possibility of the so that the water should be there and problem is there. Everybody, you have to give it a common. It is common that we have to take it. There is no other alternative. Please note it. There is no other alternative. Either you have to take it or you have to go without water. And if anybody goes without water, you say, you will, sometimes the people say, at the last breath, the people say, Ganga Jal, then from where you will give it? From where you will give it? You have to think over it. Please come up. You all are learned persons. You have a better solution with you. And please come up. This is also topic of your subject where you are teaching on the chemistry side how to do it. And you bring up the very learned professors are here. I would like to have a advice from them so that we may also improve our paper and presentation in future. Go ahead, come up. Some of the participants are leaving. I would say, please enjoy. Water is very important. If water is not there, it will be difficult even to run the colleges, to run anything. People will go where to get the water. Please appreciate and participate in this general discussion. It is not a question. You have to come up with the solution, how to solve it. Let Mr. Akin or whosoever come
Yes,
up.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a question. My name is Akin from KCG College of Technology, Chennai. I
Yes,
belongs to Civil Engineering Department.
yes,
Probably we are doing a kind of research in sludge wastewater treatment plant. So we know that wastewater has been, after chlorination process, the sludge has been segregated, and this is most probably used for fertilizers. On the other hand, it has been used for bricks. So is this more suitable for, say, this kind of brick, which is taken from this kind of a sludge, is more suitable for construction?
the treatment which have been recommended in the paper, you follow the further treatment of that microbial, bioreactor, reactor, where new technology, you will get it. Because it is not mine. Whatever I am presenting, that is at the world level, international level, and people are thinking over it. And even Singapore, if you go, they say we want water, recycled water. They know it recycled. No, it is written as pure spring water and everything. So we have to create a confidence. Let there be a confidence. And you people who are doing the research work, you're doing the everything. I think I know that the research people do not need any laboratory even. I was in a small laboratory in Delhi Municipal Corporation, and I made the certain situation, invention, which were adopted by Bureau of Indian Standard as a code. So there is nothing. I was also the member of the Indian Road Congress committee, where we have made certain specifications. I was member of the specification committee also. Made there. And what was there? You know, the local body have no big laboratory, but still we have done it. It is only you can do anything. And you are a invention. Invention start from not from the lab, from the mind itself. You just think, and whatever you are doing, you can develop it further. And you can also, as I have collected the detail, I am a civil engineer. I am not a civil, chemical, mechanical, or any other engineer. But I am giving it. So it is very good. You are doing a very good job. Proceed with it in Chennai. And I think let the others give them the leading to others and have a paper, published paper on those and tell them, let other may also come and join with you. So it is very good. I congratulate you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir, my question is that, sir, the basic constant in saving water, right, in households is not money at all, but man, state of the art technology will not help much without a human being's decision to use them. So, sir, how to solve it?
Now, the technology has been developed at national, international level also.
Yes,
Till the government come into picture and help the laboratories and colleges, it can
yes,
develop. And it is only initiative. I am a civil engineer. There are chemical engineer. There are chemistry known, and there are more people who can do in the
yes,
laboratory in the university. And let
yes,
some colleges come up and take the project. And this is a very good project for
yes.
not for their college, but for the nation.
Okay, sir.
And whatever you will find, apply. Director,
Okay,
you write to CIDC, and CIDC will also help wherever it can do for technology or others. Our Dr. Narinjan Surupji, who is DG also, and gave a lecture on yesterday. He is a master of that. Our DG, CIDC, Dr. Pierre Swarup, he knows
yes,
how to deal with such. These are all the issues which we are discussing, that is all the invention which have come from CIDC. So I will request that the colleges, whatever they want, they can approach Dr. Pierre Swarup, our DG, who is a master of man. And I have also learned and guide under his guidance, I am doing it.
sir, I, Dr. Subhash Singh Parya, Pranveer Singh Institute of Technology, Kanpur. Sir, I want to tell you that, sir, uh, but it can be concluded that, matlab, he replacing the current flow regulator with newer products, the consumption of water in the household can be reduced by up to 79%. So, sir, my question is that efficiency of, matlab, limiting the flow of the water after a certain period of time, it can be resolved, sir.
Sir, what you are doing, that contribute a lot.
Yes,
But it needs that if there is anything,
mm.
you are an expert on that. I am not
Yes,
so
sir.
expert.
Yes,
And I will brought out, highlights the nation's problem.
yes,
And I think you can even guide us how to do the problem. That is why I have said it is not a question, it is a
mm.
solution. But I will like if you people send your solution to CIDC, to Dr. P.K. Mishraji, and Dr. Mishraji is also having knowledge over it. And we will do, and we'll see, we'll sit together, have some committee over it, so that how to treat the water and how to bring it. So you are a master of that. You bring up, I know one thing. Once there was a brick which was being thrown on the road when we were going to CRRI, Central Road Research Institute. Once I talked to Dr. Swaminathan, and except they are wasted and waste is there. Can't we use it? He said, we will try. And we used it in BUM and modified bitumen. Bitumen was modified and we used it. And it was waste, so now there is no waste.
Mm.
So there are a number of things. Even even your coal ash, it was thrown out. Even powerhouses, their waste was thrown out. But it being used in soon cement. So there. You are a master. Actually, invention come from colleges. And it is not only that highly educated man will bring the invention. Anybody can bring the invention. However, he needs guidance. Till the guidance is there from the high up, from the people who are preparing for PhD, etc., we cannot run it. So you are a master, I will say, we will prepare a cell within the CIDC. If you send us your opinion and tell us how we should move it. And Dr. Pierce, who is there, DG, he will tell us and he will constitute a committee and help us, help all the colleges. Because whatever you are doing, if you send to at one pass, then we will concentrate there and try to see that all the activities, wherever it is going, if there is any drawback, we will try to improve it. So this you can refer it to Dr. P.K. Swoop as well as P.R. Swoop as well as to P.K. Mishra ji, and who can constitute a committee for that.
Okay.
Sir,
Thanks a lot, sir.
I would like to add here something.
Yes. Now P.R. Jain
The
is our director, Engineer Council of India, a
question
very
is,
learned man, and we are happy that he is with us. Yes, sir.
I'm not a civil engineer anyway, but my suggestion is, the question is that we have to provide adequate supply of water to each and every human being on earth. The question is adequate supply. That is the main theme. Now, this adequate supply can be in two ways. One, either we can reduce our consumption, or we can also increase our availability of water. Okay. Now, if suppose I am earning about 10 rupees a month and my expenses are 12,000 rupees, see, I can either reduce my expenses so that I can adjust it between 10,000, or I can increase my revenue or my earnings, so that takes care of my expenses. And I can go on increasing my expenses, but I can also go on increasing my earnings. Now, here what I want to say is that the reduction in the usage of water, that is efficient use of water, is number one thing which we should look into. Second is also what we should look into is the ways and means to recycle the available water on the earth. I think we have enough supply of water on earth. Only thing is that adequate supply of, say, potable water is not there. That needs to be taken up. And being a college, I mean, people from the colleges and from the technical institution, this can be a topic for research, that you can devise means and ways and means of, or you can devise processes which will enhance the availability of water in a very economic manner. So this topic people can take up for internship as projects. It can be a research and development projects which the colleges can take up. This is what I wanted to add. Thank you, sir.
It is a very good proposal. It is good, number one, that we will conserve the water. That is one solution. But the problem is national wide. It is environmental also. It creates wastewater and flows out. It creates waterborne diseases also. There are a number of problems. Environment problems there. So the proposal the PR Jains have given, it is very good. Let it should be taken as a research, as one of the projects for everyone. Every college is at least within one university. Some colleges come up only do this work, and all the industries are coming from the colleges.
Yes,
They are
sir.
developing the field. So field people will do it. I am a man of the field. Whatever I have done, I said it. It is just only a problem. I know it, whatever I can. But it is a problem which can be solved from your colleges, from your invention. And you people are very intelligent. You can do anything, whatever you want in your invention. But it depends upon one thing very important, I may tell you, that sometimes people feel that the professors have a very limited time. They only go for a lecture and then have a free time. No, I don't agree. There are some professors. I was living very close to the Delhi University, and we were having the same park going there. I saw there were some persons who were fond of, they were doing and doing everything, and they brought it. And they are the savior of our nation. Everybody can be saver of the nation. You select the person from your colleges. You everybody, I can say, no one is like that. They can do whatever they will. People say nothing is impossible. I do not agree. People say it is impossible. I say nothing is impossible. Everything is possible.
Yes,
Possible.
sir.
Everything possible. You go any chatan. It is a word of army. You go, you give anything. We don't agree that it is impossible. We'll see that it is possible. We'll throw it out and clear our roads. So like that, think over that. And professors are actually nations built up. All these students who come to us, they are politicians, maybe anywhere. They are all intelligent. And intelligentsia lives in the colleges, not outside the college. Please bring up some solution to this, and it will be very good.
Sir, I want to tell you, sir, I, Dr. Subhash Singh Pariyar, Pranabir Singh Institute of Technology,
Yes.
Kanpur. Sir, I want to tell you, sir, in this question, sir, the smart city vision is the idea of urban development and using, sir, ICT, information and communication technologies, and IoT, sir, Internet of Things technology, right, sir? So, through the use of ICT and IoT, it is also possible, sir, to support the use of water in cities and metropolis by using appropriate monitoring sensor systems, sir. By using appropriate monitoring sensor systems, data can be collected. Collection of such data may different purposes. Among them can be mentioned their analysis, sir. Right? So we can, sir, water, मतलब जो and encourage water users to save it, sir. एग्जाम्पल सर मैं आई वांट टू टेल यू सर, ये एक सर स्मार्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाया गया था ब्रिटेन में सर इसके लिए, और उन्होंने इसको इस तरीके से इम्प्लीमेंट किया है सर इसको, और ये वहां सक्सेसफुल रहा है. तो सर आई वांट टू टेल यू कि सच process
One
can be
thing,
applied in our
no,
country.
one thing, Dr. Mr. B.R. Jain, who's here, who's a director,
Yes,
and
मैं
all the
I want.
engineers, for all the engineers, and
Okay.
of engineer, they are member of this, and they are expert also. And you
Yes, sir.
can, if you just contact him, he will be very helpful and in solving your problems and
Okay,
even
sir.
guiding you, even guiding
Yes,
you.
sir. Okay.
Uh,
Sure, sir.
Next, please. It is very good topic, and I have given because I am a layman in this, and I want that this national interest, in the interest of the nation, we should do something. And you are the only person whom I am approaching with the humble request that please do something for the nation. And it will not only give the nation, but people may get the Nobel Prizes, Nobel Award on that. You will wonder, once I was threatened by my head of department. I was merely assistant engineer. He called me, "Hey, what you are doing?" I said, "I am in planning. Whatever the designs were there, I have done it. Whatever the filings are okay." You are still satisfied? Yes, sir. Then he thrashed me anything. He said, "I will spoil your fear. I will spoil your career. What you are doing in the planning? Only doing and doing design. You brought any paper of your expertise that what you have done it in your organization? Bring it to the public so that the public may know it, that what planning we are doing it. What benefit will be there?" Then I was so threatened that in 10 days, with the help of one of my friend who was Indian Road Congress, he was his deputy secretary, assistant secretary at the time. I approached him. I said, "I don't know. I have never written any paper. And I don't know how to move." He said, "Okay, very, very easy. You go to your department, to your Delhi state, ask them the static file. Statics of that, you bring it that book to me." I brought it. He said, "You take up." A transport economy is the only to raise the national interest. I wrote it over it. And nothing done. We have taken all the tables on this year, itna, and how we can improve. Why the later that paper was only 10 pages. And I wondered, the paper was selected by an encyclopedia. And my head of department called me. He said, one day you will have a tea with me. I went at his house. We have a tea with him. And when I took the tea, he said, this is an encyclopedia, where your paper has been published. He said, where your paper has been published. But when I wrote the paper, first name was here, main author he was, I was co-author. He said, no, actually you are main author. He said, we have received 500 rupees. It was 68. So 500 rupees, you take the money, but encyclopedia I will keep it because I am a main author. So it was like that. That was the day when I entered into it. And by name, by today, with the help of all, I've written 169 papers on all the topics. I'm not a law graduate, but can I teach any man on the arbitration law? The question is not like that. You understand. Try to understand. Any topic you take it, you can be the master of that. I don't know even the ABC, but I've taught the computer mechanics. By learning, I was asked, but my question is only one. Don't say no in your career. Don't say no in your career, whether the topic is belonging to you or not. Your professor, what they do, a professor is a physics. If chemistry question has come up, principal has called him, director has called him. So no, sir, it is not my question. Then it is wrong. Once I did it. I was not property, dealing with the property, assessment of property. I was regarding taxes. I was sent a document named as the government of India has raised some proposal which is to be discussed today in the parliament, and they have asked comments. I gave the comments because I was sitting in the office. I received it, prepared the reply. It was not my topic. Send it through LG. It went to the Home Ministry, Urban Ministry. Urban Ministry fired like anything because I recommended whatever has been done, it is okay. But as a common sense, I said it was there that the plot holder on the 60 feet roads and above will have to pay the commercial charges, whether he is doing the commercial or not. And whatever the flyover will be constructed in India, in Delhi, maybe at Janapuri, I may be living in Ashok Vihar, I have to pay for that. So in the last, I recommended all the okay. And the last, it was written in handwritten because no typists were there or there. I written, in case the above proposal of the government of India is accepted, the collapse of the government cannot be ruled out. When it Prime Minister Rao, when it went to him, he said it got it typed so that Urban Minister said okay. They got it typed. When it was typed, the 2 lines also came up. He said, what is this? We were called in the Urban Ministry. I said, it is my personal view. You are putting me, I am a very layman. I have purchased some plot which is only of 8,000, and you will put me out commercial tax of 10,000 or 20,000 per month. How we can pay? There will be collapse of the government. I will never go. Then they took the issue to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister said, let it be dropped by the government of India, who will not press it. And he is right, and he should be given some here. Then we were invited all, and we were even allowed to see the Prime Minister of India. There is nothing wrong. My version is, you do anything with faithful, keeping in mind, fresh mind, that you can do anything. With these remarks, I will again request all you can have a assistance, any of that. Engineer Council of India is the only authority which have all type of people, all type of engineers, all type of companies. Vendors are there. They can do work for you, and you go ahead. And with these remarks, any question is more, I will deal it. Go ahead. Any question? Now we have reached, still 5 minutes are there. My lecture, I have completed the lecture earlier. Still 4 5 minutes are there.
Sir,
Any question?
sir, there
Yes,
is one question in the chat box. Can I read it, sir?
yes.
Sir, question is, can the joining the rivers between states solve water scarcity?
Now, there are number of mostly states where the water storage, where the water shortage is there. I cannot name it, but I know even in Delhi, you take any city, water problem is there. Now, till the wastewater is converted into fresh water, drinking water, we cannot solve the problem. And there, conflict. I've told you that the water is so shortage. Even UNO has said that after 30 days, there will be 30 years, either you have to adopt the wastewater, otherwise there will be no water, and people will do something wrong for taking the water from one side to other. So please save the water is one solution, and create the water is another solution. With these remarks, I will say the water problem is there. You have thought, think over it, how to convert it, and how to make the awareness that is there. Any other? I think Chennai and Kanpur both can lead it. They have spoken here, they are doing some work in their colleges, they can do it. And others, those who have not spoken, they may be more knowledgeable, but they will write to us whatever their development and to Dr. P.K. Mishra ji, and if possible, will look into it and help on behalf of the CIDs. Pratibha, any point more?
No, sir. In the chat box, there is no question, sir. If any participants asked, but I think, sir, there is one question, sir. Can you suggest water efficient plumbing fixtures for use in domestic purpose?
That is a plumbing. That comes under plumbing where there is. When the water is not there, plumbing is not required. Plumbing is a subject. If the people will ask me next lecture, I can give it on plumbing, fixtures, etc. But the question today is water. If water is not there, plumbing, what is the need of the plumbing? Even today in Delhi, we are not getting water to the extent that it cannot go beyond our height of 1 story. We are providing pumps, or we are taking even the water is not complete. We are getting from the ground. So it is better if anybody wants on plumbing, I can talk over it, but let it be a very small subject and may not be suitable for the professors, faculty. It can be internship subject. However, I can talk if anybody will propose Dr. P.K. Mishra ji, and if they will approve, you call me anything, any subject, on unexploded bomb, water supply, role of the engineer during war, during state. I have taken the training of the unexploded bomb. If bombardment is there, what do I have to do it? Role of engineer during war, door of engineer precaution state, door of engineer beating war. I am trained in all weapons training, and you don't worry. What I will say, you suggest the topic, and I will be there to talk on any topic. Whatever you think, maybe quality control, quality assurance, management, DPR, anything, project management, anything, or even how to save ourselves from the earthquake. If the earthquake is there, damage is there, then how to save after earthquake is there. I can I can talk on that also. You don't worry. I have a guidance from Mr. B.R. Jain. He is here. He will guide me how to proceed. I will do everything. You please suggest the topic only through Dr. P.K. Misraji or our DG. If our DG approve it, I will do it. The topic should be available. Now, it is for you. You think on any topic of the national, whatsoever may be, and how to prepare the security plan of your country. I have worked during war also in 1971. So you don't worry. I will give you all the topic, all the data. I can talk with you how to save from the unexploded bomb, how to detect it, unexploded bomb, how to detect the unexploded bomb after the bombs are fired. But there is not need. That is also required. Only engineers can take that training. So now it is Pratibha, you check up if any other question is there.
No, sir, there is no question, sir. Mm,
Then you ask them.
no, sir, there is no question in chat box, sir. So
Okay.
now, sir, I would like to thank you, sir, for your sharing your valuable time and knowledge. With due permission of you, sir, could I close the session?
You, Pratibha, I may tell you,
Yes, sir.
whenever I come for lecture,
Yes, sir.
I don't deliver it. I take knowledge from them,
Yes, sir.
whatsoever is there, to develop myself. You know, each and every day you have to learn from others. Don't
Yes,
think
sir.
that you teach others. You learn from others. And that is the day stage of learning. That is why I am always interested to understand from others, whatever they are. Okay. You can go ahead now if you
Yes,
want
sir.
to close it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.